Thanks to EA for giving me early access to Volume 2 so I could bring you this content early. Welcome to the Militia Gaming community. I'm Trigger, and I just want to tell you, they fixed the online economy. Here's 3 ways to make money in Need for Speed Unbound Volume 2. Let's go! Real quick before I get into the video, if you're an aspiring content creator, I am showing all of my tips and tricks on another channel. It's called Caliber Gaming, and the content is going to be starting soon within the next couple of days. So go over there, subscribe. The link is in the description if you're looking to build a YouTube gaming channel. All right, let's get into this. If you've played Need for Speed Unbound multiplayer before the Volume 2 update, you know it was super tough to get money. The rate at which you could earn cash was about 100,000 per hour. And seeing how most cars cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to build, it would take you several play sessions to not only buy the car you wanted to build, but also to build it. Well, not anymore. Now, there are a few ways that you can make multiple times that old rate. And the last method is actually super awesome because it involves the police chases, so stay tuned till you see that one. Starting with the first and least complicated method of the bunch, the Old Town Road Endurance Race Loop. Now, they did make a change in this update where you can actually race things solo. At least that's been my experience with this preview build that I've been working with. So hopefully in the final update, it is that way as well. I timed myself doing this race solo, and it looks like you can complete it about 10 times per hour, which would net you about 285,000 bank per hour. That's almost 3 times what it was before the launch of Volume 2. If you do this race with a full party of your friends, meaning you plus 3 friends, you would receive a 30% bonus, 10% bonus for each player in the race, which nets you about 370,000 per hour, which is about 3.5 times what it was before the update. Now, if you manage to get a full party of 8 people racing, and you just do that race over and over again, which might be possible for a little while, I don't think you can sustain that with random people, but let's say you were able to sustain it, that would net you 484,000 per hour. And of course, I'm talking best case scenario here, which is you finishing in first place every single time. Again, we're just looking at numbers here so you can get an idea of how things have changed, but that's a lot more money than you used to be able to earn. The next method is the playlist loop between a new playlist called No Holds Barred and one of the recently shuffled playlists on the DL. The nice thing about this loop is the last race in each of these playlists dumps you really close to the meetup where you need to start the next playlist in the loop. So after testing and running these playlists back to back, I was able to run both of these playlists about 3 times per hour each, for a total of 6 playlists per hour. If you're solo, this is only going to get you 230,000 per hour and 392,000 per hour if it's a full 8-player lobby. Again, not super likely, but you get the picture. And this last method could get you the most money: police chases. Doing chases solo is possible, and I guess it's fine, but it's nowhere near as rewarding as getting into group chases with friends or randoms in your lobby. The mechanics are as follows. You get into a chase by bumping a cop. Your heat will rise with time. It has nothing to do with crashing cops. So save your car health for when you have a few cops around you, and you can get an extra little bonus for crashing them. You get $200 for crashing a cop, and then a bonus for each heat level that you escape. The higher the heat, the better the reward. Escaping a Heat 5 chase will reward you with 5,000 plus however many cops you crashed in the meantime. If you crash all of the cops within the given heat wave, you will escape by accident, so make sure that you keep at least 1 cop alive until the next wave. Again, doing this solo is not very rewarding, but if you can get a friend or a random person to participate with you, there's a way to increase that bank. The idea is to keep that Heat 5 chase alive at all times. See, when you're solo and you escape, then you have to build yourself back up to Heat 5. So in terms of how much time it takes, it's way too long. But if you and your friend take turns escaping from the chase and then rejoining the chase, you just immediately get back to Heat 5 right when you rejoin, and your money is banked right when you escape. So what you want to do is both be in the chase, both have Heat 5, one person escapes, then comes back and hits a cop to rejoin the chase. Immediately he returns to Heat 5, and then the other person goes and escapes, and then comes back and joins the chase. The fastest way that I could find to escape is to dip into a meetup location. As long as it shows that you are escaping when you approach the meetup, it will instantly escape you when you enter, and it'll bank your money. When doing this method and your friend escapes and you are in charge of babysitting the cops, you will receive $2,500 for helping him escape. That will be added to your $5,000 and whatever amount you got from crashing cops when it's your turn to escape. Your friend will get $2,500 for helping you escape when it's your turn. It's a never-ending circular way to make bank fast. Now, there are a couple of tips that you need to know when doing this. The first is your build. I recommend equipping repair kits and getaway driver for the auxiliaries. Repair kits work differently in this game than they did in Heat. Once your car goes into critical damage, you need to survive for 20 seconds, and then the car will repair itself all the way to full health. You'll notice that on your speedometer, there's a little wrench icon that shows how many repairs you have left. It only works 3 times, and then you have to start using gas stations. The getaway driver is nice because it reduces the amount of time between the waves, and it allows you to get to Heat 5 really quickly. The other important part, and this is a non-negotiable for this method, you have to have getaway driver equipped because it actually multiplies the money that you earn from escaping. So usually when you escape Heat 5, you would get $2,500. But with Getaway Driver, you're actually going to get $5,000. I tested a couple of different locations just to have a proof of concept and to understand what the mechanics of the chases were. I also brought in a few other creators to help try it out in different places and try it with more players. We found out that it's really hard with more than 2 people. It became way too complicated to do quickly. Each person would need to actually be assisting each other person, and we wasted a lot of time trying to make sure that we were all assisting each other before any of us escaped. Trust me, with 2 people, it's really simple and it's fast. As far as the money gained goes, this spot proved to be the most consistent, and I was able to establish a quick escape at the university meetup. The pace we were on once we already hit Heat 5 was about 450,000 per hour. Now, to be honest, I don't think this method is 100% optimized using this location, as some cops will sometimes follow you down there, which increases the time it takes to escape because you have to go back up the stairs and drop down again. There could be another spot on the map where escaping cops and getting back in the chase is actually faster than this. But I'll keep testing and give you guys an updated video on a method later on. Alright, real quick before I go, I need to shout out all the creators that helped me with this testing. I had help from a bunch of different people and I really appreciate it. They used their time in order to help me with my video. So the first is Pan Tutaj. He helped me with the first location on this. Simji actually helped me with one of the second locations, and Goliath and DJ Pioneer were helping me with having multiple people, more than 2 people involved. I really appreciate all your help, guys, and links to their channels are going to be in the description of this video. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to check them out, they're also Need for Speed creators, so you can go to check out their Need for Speed content as well. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy Need for Speed Unbound Volume 2, and shout out to all the Heat 5 members of the channel. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.